happy Memorial Day to the Quad Club. Fourth video today, we got Jasmine Crockett embarrassing herself. Macron, president of France, getting smacked by his wife. We'll go into all that. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. On happy, the word happy. Hats off and in memoriam also of Phil Robertson, the head of the Duck Dynasty family, passed away. He had Alzheimer's, a blessed Christian man. But I first read his book, his audio book of Happy was the book title back in 2013, I think it was. Just a wonderful book. If you haven't read that before, look it up. Happy by Phil Robertson, great Christian brother, gone to see the Lord. And then here is I don't know what to call her. This is Jasmine Crockett embarrassing herself.
It is time for Republicans to start calling him out and start questioning his mental acuity and whether or not he is equipped to serve mentally. Listen,
that was about Donald Trump, by the way. She's saying that there's pressure on us to demand that Trump, question his mental acuity.
Let me tell you this. People tried to talk about the mental acuity of Joe Biden. And as someone who was able to interact with him, I never questioned his mental acuity.
I don't question most people's mental acuity. I do question Biden's. I don't generally question Trump's. I don't think he's shown any sign of a problem with mental acuity. But Jasmine Crockett, I definitely question her mental acuity. She's a diversity hire. I don't think she got there on merit. I don't understand what the big benefit is of having Jasmine Crockett in office. I don't think she's helping anyone in Texas, but keep electing her, guys. And I hope you guys run her for president, because the Democrat Party is completely screwed when even Bill Maher is saying, look, they're just on the side of terrorists now.
One of the main reasons why the far left started to really hate me is because I call out Islam as what it is, extremely illiberal. That's what's so ironic about liberals being so supportive of Hamas, is because you're liberals. And these are the people, I'm sorry, but this ideology, Islam, even in its more benign forms, yes, I agree. The vast majority of Muslims, not terrorists, of course, but Islamists, which is the word we use to describe people who are not terrorists, but kind of agree with the things terrorists are doing and are for, that's a much higher number. That's many millions of people. And even the rank and file, I mean, most Muslim societies live under some form of Sharia law, which no Westerner who thinks that Hamas is so great could ever live under. Your fundamental rights that you take for granted here in America, you would not have. I mean, all the protesters who are protesting in Gaza against Hamas, they've all been killed. Right. They killed protesters. Women. I mean, do I have to say anything more than just if it was just that issue, how women are treated? Are you f***ing kidding?
That's the bad news for Democrats, is they're on the wrong side. You've lost not only Bill Maher, but any normal person is not going to support what you guys are about. Now, speaking of normal people, Macron getting smacked by his wife. And we're going to call this one out hardcore, hard. Because while he's not a Democrat, he's a liberal, he's a socialist, Marxist. This is the Democrat Party of America, I would say. That's his wife. We're going to play that again. That's his wife, just on the inside of the plane, smacking him in the face. Then he looks out the window. Hi, everybody. That's a battered husband syndrome right there. We're going to get the longer cut here. Open the door. When the cameras aren't on her, she, bam, brutalizes him. Now we're going to hit the Democrats and the leftists and Macron. What we've been told by feminists and the left is that spousal abuse, when it's man on woman, it must be called out. They go like, when did you know? When did you know? And why did you cover it up? So everyone around Macron and his wife, when did they know that she was abusive to him? Because I'm sure this is not the first time. When did all of these feminists know that she was hitting her husband in the face? Now, you're going to say, well, she gets a pass because she's a woman, of course. But that's not what feminists say. Feminists say that men and women are interchangeable in the relationship of marriage. Men and women are interchangeable. You can have two men, two women. A man on woman violence is no different interchangeable with a woman on man violence. Now, if a woman can get away with it, like this woman that we now have on camera getting away with it, then you're going to admit that all feminism is false. That the idea that men and women are interchangeable, including same-sex marriage, that is false, that they are to be treated differently. Because if you claim they have to be treated the same, then I demand you treat them the same here. When did you know that a wife was beating her husband? When did you know that she laid hands on him? Well, at least in this video, we all knew. All of the handlers, everyone in France, all the liberals in media, you're covering up spousal abuse and you don't take it seriously. You're actually technically okay with it. That is, you're okay when a man does it to a woman if you're okay when a woman does it to a man. So you're all liars. You never meant it that men and women are interchangeable in marriage, and all of the laws should be adjusted accordingly. And that you're okay with spousal abuse. Technically, you're okay with spousal abuse. Just say it, because you're going to cover up for this guy because he's one of your political allies on the left. That's why you will approve. They did the same thing with Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's an ally, so he gets to get away with it. Speaking of just imbecilic Democrat positions, here's the Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson, who replaced Lori Lightfoot. Where's Lori Lightfoot been? I want a proof of life of my little girlfriend. Where's the cute little Yoda-looking lady? She was replaced by this guy who now says on Memorial Day, says Happy Africa Day. How dare you? Is this Chicago's values, everyone?
Hello, I am Mayor Brandon Johnson, and I am proud to join you in recognizing and celebrating Africa Day. The continent of Africa is made up of 1.2 billion.
By the way, the continent of Africa, which has nothing to do with my continent. Why in the world is this guy in Chicago heralding another country? It's Africa Day. I say it's Japan Day. It's Finland Day. What about Finland? Africa Day. What a weird
people with diverse countries full of rich traditions.
Literally every country is diverse. Literally every country on the planet is different. Why point out Africa?
Cultures and heritage. The African diaspora can be found in cities and countries around the globe.
Very good. You can also find Finland. There's Finland members technically all around the globe. You're saying nothing. You are nothing. You are arbitrary. You are a weirdo. And I hope your party continues, because they're only going to lose. I'm Doug in Exile. Tell me in the chat below, what is the most embarrassing story covered in this episode? Jasmine Crockett, Macron. These people are weirdos.